Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we'll be completing our home screen and search screen. So as you have seen my yesterday's video that we have only implemented two screens for the bottom navigation. Let me show you like this: home screen and search screen. So what we'll be doing, we'll be completing whole bottom navigation, like we'll be adding all five screens, but the three screens will be blank, and this home screen will be completing this heart icon, and we'll be making the UI, and we'll also put this into a separate component. We'll also be putting these icons into a separate component, and this header also, because as you can see everywhere there is a similar header, as you can see in the here, in the reviews, in the booking details, and this confirmation payment methods. Yeah, so whatever we are seeing right now here which is common, so we will be putting it into the common components. So for example, this is a component. If I put it into the component, so what will happen, we can pass a prop like is horizontal, and this component will be shown like here in the horizontal direction. So I hope you got an idea like how we are making it into the component structure. So yeah, that's it. And yeah, so let's begin. So come to my repository, as you can see, and if you want to star, you can also star the repository. And let's come to the home screen branch, underscore screen branch. So what you have to do, 30 minutes ago I have pushed one thing, so let me show you that commit. So it was a small commit for you all people, like whoever is using the physical device to build this project, so they can run this command. So what you have to do, you just have to type adb devices in your terminal, whether you are in the Linux or Windows or Mac. So you will get the device ID. So just replace that device ID with this device ID, because it's mine device ID. So and the moment you enter the yarn device, and then it will start the emulator, start the app into your physical device. So I hope you got the point. So let's get started. So let's open up the terminal and do kill all node and press yarn start. So yeah, it will start the script, and let's press the R. So yeah, it is started. So what we'll be doing, as you can see, the UI part. So let's do something, that let's make it into the component and put it like use it everywhere. So first of all, we'll make this into a component, the whole part. Let's make it name, give it a name as a header. Okay, so what we'll be doing, come over here, close this, and as well as close the assets, and type here header. Okay, and after this, again header component.tsx, give here name header.styles.ts, copy the styles, put it into the header, and remove the unnecessary one, like remove the container, I don't need this, and remove this as well. So come to the components folder, rnfe, and let's type header component like this. So now what we have to do, just come to the home screen and remove the header part like this and put it over here. Let's import the image from React Native, pressable from React Native, octicons from React Native, vector icons, and this assets. So let's import the assets. Assets you have to import from ../../, and then let's add the styles as well here. Import it from /header, and yeah. So what we have to do, as you can see, if we go here, we can see some styles. Let's type here header, copy the styles header, and come to this file, put it over here like this, and then come back, save this file, come back. Now we also need this flex row, so come here and go to this file, paste it like this, and go to the title, as well as we need the car logo as well, so add that as well here, car logo. So we need this height and width, everything. Come back and border round, if you can see over here we have this style. Now import the scale, now import the colors, import the person style and bell style. So the person is here. Go to the CSS file and find the bell. So can't find the bell over here. Okay, so bell does not exist on type. So okay, so yesterday what we did, I think we removed the bell to the gray. So let's make it gray because we wanted to make it a generic. So let's add the gray. So yeah, what we have to do here, let's import the header. Okay, first of all save the file and remove the unnecessary import. Now type header. If you can see header component, yeah, that's it. Now it's looking same as it was before. So for it, what we have to do, let's make some prop. Add I header dot props dot ts. Yeah, as you can see, I'm using I. It means I interface. So let's add export interface I header props. So open up the component file and see what we are going to need. So as you can see, we need the title, title, and then it will be a type of string. And let's add title first. Let's add title I header props. Remove this quint to this header title like this, and just copy this QENT. Yeah, like this. So now as you can see that this header is different than this one. Okay, so this header will be a home header and other one header are navigation header. So we can add one prop and make it like look like a different. So if we have not passed the prop, then by default the header will be shown like this, and if we pass any props, then header should show like this. So for that what we need to do, so when we pass the prop, so what we have to do, let's add one left component and let's add one right component and make this title to the center, and let's remove this 1, 2 and 3 icon. What we are going to do, so let's comment this, and we do not need this inside the view, so let's comment that as well and come to the styles. And over here what I am going to do, I need this title over here in the middle of the header. So let's add the title. Yeah, perfectly fine. And to this header let's add the border color. I'm going to give a red for your information, like this. So we need the chevron left icon over here, and here we need 3 dots. So let's add it from the React Native vector vector icons over here. Let's try to find chevron from material icons that we need. So I'm finding material icons, chevron left. Yeah, so let's add that icon over here, material icons, and import it from material icons, and then name chevron left, and also add the size. So I'm gonna give it a size of 28, so it will be fine. And let's save it. And as well as you can see over here that it's having one color, so that color is, I think it's black. Yeah, it's a pure black color, so 06 times. So let's add the color as well over here. Color is equal to, import it from colors dot black. Yeah, perfectly fine. And over here let's add one pressable and wrap it into the style. So let's add border round. Yeah, perfect. So again border round for this dot. So let's add those 3 dots. So if I type the dot over here, so dots horizontal from material community icons, dots horizontal. So let's add that as well over here. So type it material community icons inside. Let's make it self closing. So material community icons, let's import it from community icons, and write here name dots horizontal. So I have added this. Let's give the size to it, scale it to at least 28. Color will be a black one, and let's wrap this into border round. Over here we are gonna round it into the, so wrap it into the pressable. So wrap it into the pressable, but the name is going to be dots horizontal, like this, and the color is not going to be the gray, it should be the black. So yeah, perfectly fine. So as you can see that we have developed the header over here, as you can see, like this, with the quint, but once can you see that the style which is it's having is 18 and the bold. So let's see how much it is having. So quint text, it's having around, I think they have used the logo over here instead of the text. So anyway, I think we should keep it like this. So I thought that it's having a much more font size than this, but its image, I know it's having a much more, like at least 2x more. So we can do one thing, that if the title is the for the middle title we are going to keep it for the 16. So as you can see it's 24. So if the title is in the middle direction, so let's make it 18, or let's suppose make it 20. So it's gonna look linear. So for that let me tell you something, that let's separate it out. Let's type for T18, uh, whatever the size we are gonna keep over here. So if I'm keeping 20, so let's add 20 to 20. So for the middle one, let's make it styles, not like this, but styles dot T20. So not the T20, but it's T20. So if I'll accept one prop over here, the prop name will be has back. Okay, it should be a generic for us to understand that if the header is which one, it's for us, so we can recognize the which header. So only two variations are there, so I'm gonna keep the simple generic name has back. So for that, let's make it a boolean, not blob option, let's boolean. Okay, and it's going to be an optional, but the title definitely it will accept one for sure. So let's add hasback over here, and when user like, let's add one condition over here. So like this, copy this fully. If it has hasback, then it's going to render this, and if do not have hasback, so let's wrap it into the react dot fragment. And let me tell you what it is, that if you do not have anything to wrap, so you can either wrap it into react dot fragment, or you can also keep it like this. So I do not prefer like this, it looks so odd to me, so I fill up with the react dot fragment, so looks cool for the eyes. So if I have hasback, then it will render this. If it do not have the hasback, then it will render this. So as of now I'm going to keep this as a false. So by default already it is undefined, so it will be a false. So but I'm making it a, I have already given the type boolean, so I'm making it false instead of undefined. So for this one definitely the height, the hasback will be false, so it will not be shown right now. And for this as well, I'm gonna keep here, let's gonna put it into react.fragment, and for this pressable let's put it hasback, and if the hasback, then this, and if it do not have the hasback, then this. So yeah, so let's remove the color which we have put, let's remove that, and let's remove this logo which is unused over here. So yeah, are you finding any difference between the earlier version and this one? I hope so. No. So yeah, so now let me show you one magic. If I put like pass here hasback, okay, hasback, let's pass this hasback as true. Yeah, so it's now looking like this. See the magic, the one component we have used for both, right, both use cases. Let me show you that one thing, that this header is going to be used everywhere, but for some screens like chat screen, there is this logo. For that case, I'm going to show you another trick, but we'll use the same component but not with many conditions, only one condition, and it will have the all the three types. Okay, we'll have the enum, we'll introduce the enum then if we require. Okay, the same thing we are going to do for this card. As you can see, the card is in the vertical direction, but same component we'll use like is horizontal, and we'll show it like this. And again, it will have one another prop if it has the button book now, has book now. So if it has the book now, then we'll add this button. And again, we'll add the heart icon over here with the filled up and unfill for the liking, like making it to the bookmarks like favorites or not. And for this logos as well, so let's see how I do. So let's remove this unnecessary unused logos. And as you can see, the code is also has become the small, right? So yeah, let's add this. Yeah, so what we are going to do, as you can see, if you can see in the UI that it has some gap like spacing from the top, but in our app I can't see much spacing. So let's add that first. We have used this. First of all, we can also see that this same component they have used into the search page. So anyway, we have to put this into the component. So let's add that first. So let's make another component over here. Let's add and let's name it something which is generic, search. Okay, so search search dot styles dot ts, and then component dot tsx. Okay, so the spelling is also right. So let's type rnfe. I'm gonna name it search component. Let's copy paste the style so it does not waste our time. Okay, let's remove this and unnecessary imports. And over here, let's come to the home screen and copy this whole view, and over here let's paste it like this. Import the input component and import this material, import this colors, import this scale, import the pressable, import this material icon, and then now we have to do like write the styles. Come to the styles, and here as you can see that we need this flex row. So let's copy this like this and paste it over here, and import the styles first so it will not crash. Const styles is equal to create style, and import the create style from search style. And then it is showing us warning that it's not having the input container. So let's find it over here and let's paste it in our particular components file. And let's come back, and then border radius, find it over here, and let's paste it similar to like input container. Once we do that, copy this p18 and wh. So let's come to this file and paste it over here, and import the colors from color. Okay, and see if you can see p18. Yeah, over here p18 means padding horizontal. So what we are going to do, let's give it over here instead of adding it. Okay, so let's remove this p18 and let's see the magic by importing the component like this. Okay, let's add input component. Okay, so let's see what happened. So okay, so not the input component, we have to add the search component. Search component, yeah, it's looking very fine, not too odd. So it's the same component, nothing changes, no any kind of changes we required. We are gonna just copy and the paste into the search screen. So now let's do one thing. Let's put this particular logo with this name into the component and add some props. So when the user clicks on this component, so it should show like this, the selected one. But in this screen they have not given the selected one, so I'm assuming that it's not selectable. But here as we are going to use it in the horizontal direction, so it's having the selected one, so we'll be adding some styles to it to make it customizable for the selected one. So let's do that, and after that we'll do it for the cars, and then at the last of this video we're gonna make this bottom navigation to the finishing touch. Okay, so let's do it for the brands. So as you can see, our code will get reduced as we code along. So what we are going to do, this whole thing over here, so let's add see, these components are a generic one. Okay, as you can if you have used a library like a native base or any UI kitten like that, so you get some components. So the component names are very generic into our application, so you can use this component into your any kind of application. So this component which is right now I'm building, it's a generic to app, not generic to React Native. So I'm going to name it like car brand. Okay, car brand. So a car brand, or you can say a car logo, but I'm making it a car brand component. So let's add component.tsx, and let's add rnfe, and I'm gonna name it car brand component. Okay, car brand component, and let's add the styles car and brand. So let's add only car brand.styles.ts. So let's copy the styles. So what I'm gonna do, let's copy it from the input.styles, not the paste, I need to copy, and let's paste it over here. Remove the unnecessary styles which we do not require, so let's remove that. Yeah, unnecessary imports, and let's import the style into this const style.create styles. Now import the create style from car brand styles, and let's come over here, and let's come to the home screen over here, and copy this whole thing and put it over here. Import it from React Native, import the image from the React Native, and the Tesla one we require, so let's add it like this. Import the asset from assets, and yeah, let's add the brand container. So where it is brand and the brand image, brand text, so we require all these styles. So I'm going to cut this because we do not have to like add the unnecessary styles, so let's remove it. So let's add the scale, let's add the font size and the typography as well. So let's save this file and come over here and just call this brand, not bar, brand, car brand component, and it is showing like this. Yeah, so we have to save the file, and it's showing fine. So what we will be doing for as of now, for simplicity, let me show you first what I'm going to say. So let's add some margin top, scale to yeah, let's add it 4. Yeah, looks good. So let me tell you that I can also add like props over here. So let's add those props. Let's add icar.props.ts. let's import export interface icar props like this. Let's add the title, not the title actually, let's add the text, so it's required obviously, and then the image which will be a URI coming from the backend, and the obviously on press and is horizontal. Okay, is selected, and then is horizontal right like this, and then it will be a type of boolean, not mandatory, is selected, optional, and then on press, let's make it optional as well. Yeah, okay, and the image as well, let's make it optional so it do not give the error. So what we are going to do, come over here, add title, add here icar props. Okay, icar props, let's add it over here like this. As you can see that we require the title or the text. I'm going to give it Tesla. Not the title actually, it's my bad. Let's add the text. Okay, so now it's looking fine. The moment I give the prop horizontal, let's put it over here, is horizontal, nothing happened. So what we want for the search screen, let's do the preparation for it. So the moment I press the pass the is horizontal, so it should go into the flex direction row, and as well as the size of the image I also need it into the small size. So let's add that. So if user gives the is horizontal prop, okay, so let's do one thing. So now let me tell you why we are like not using the create styles uh, in the separate file, like why we are using a function, this create styles. Okay, so there is a beautiful reason for it. Like suppose if you want to add one condition, so by generally what people do, they will do like this, and yeah, like this they'll do is horizontal, and they'll add one inline style, or else they'll add another style, and they'll make it, you know, the code bigger. So what it does, let's what we have done from before, we have made one separate function which is create styles. So what we do, just pass it is horizontal. So now it's showing one warning, so let's accept the prop, the parameter from here, and make it as a boolean type. So now we are passing it over here, argument of type boolean slash the or undefined is not assignable to type a boolean. So it can be also undefined. So yeah, so now the warning has been gone. So once we put the horizontal over here, it will get passed over here. And now we can do brand container. So let's add flex direction row like this, but only row when it is horizontal true, or else what it have to do, it should be a column like this. So by default is horizontal is false. So if we do not pass is horizontal, so it will be a vertical, right, if I am passing horizontal true. So let's style it. So again, for the images, if it is horizontal, so I want scale it to be 28, and let's copy this so it should not waste our time. Let's paste it over here like this. Yeah, it's looking good. Let's see, the size should be smaller. uh, let's see how much size they have given. They have given 32, we have given 28, and the bigger one was the 50. So let's make it 32 and 32. So yeah, it's looking good. And the text, let's see the color of the text. So they have used 7f, 7f and 7f. So let's see what we are using over here. So we are using placeholder which is 7f. So yeah, text is good. It's semi bold roboto. So we are using over here regular, right? So is horizontal, if it is horizontal, let's type semi bold, and otherwise let it be whatever it was. And also for this, if it is horizontal, so I want column gap to be scale of 10. Yeah, but again the condition is that if it is horizontal, I only need at that time, otherwise I do not need the column gap. Okay, and as well as this where it is the image, so it's having the brand image. So as you can see over here, the image size we also need to reduce. So let's add that, if it is horizontal, or else make it 28. Let's scale it to 22, and let's copy it something like this and add it over here, give it a colon, and it looks good. But let's make it to the 18 so it does not break. Yeah, perfectly fine. I think the column gap should be less. We have given it more, so make it 8, and looks good. So let's see by zooming out. Yeah, it's moving also. Yeah, and I think the margin, right, if you can see, there is no margin. Yeah, there is margin, so also we need to keep the eye on the margin. We do not require 30, it's too much. So let's make it scale of let's give it 22 colon. Yeah, perfectly fine. So now as you can see that if user has selected this particular company, which is all, in the case if I select the Tesla, so Tesla's logo should have the background which is like this, and with the border radius of 40. Let me see, I think they have not given. Yeah, mixed, it's having mixed. I think we can give the border radius 30, and let's see the color. So I think the color they have used is of D7, D7 and D7. So let's see if we have that color in our colors palette. So let's type D7, D7 and D7, which is of button border. So let's add one thing to this brand container. Let's try to add background color as red. Yeah, it's looking good, but also we should have one padding outside it. So let's add that padding which is horizontal. Let's scale it to 12. It's looking big, let's make it 4. Let's add the padding vertical as a scale of 12. It's too much, let's give it 8. And add border radius, let's give it scale of 30. Yeah, looks kind of good, but I think the height, the padding vertical should be less, like 4. Now it is looking kind of fine. So I think we are missing the align item center. So let's see. The Tesla is in the center direction, but it's not looking like it's having one margin top like this. So yeah, what we can do over here, we can add one render margin top, and let's give it 4 and remove this, so it will come to the center. Okay, we have used this margin top function instead of just aligning like giving it on the CSS style sheet. So let's remove this when this is horizontal. I do not want the column gap to be 8, so let's add 2. It's too less, so yeah, let's give it, and let's give the padding horizontal 14. I think it's too much, so let's add 8. Not 8 exactly, so let's make it 4. Okay, so looks fine. But when the text is in the horizontal direction, I want to add one margin right. So let's add is horizontal, so scale, otherwise 0. So let's make it 6. It's looking odd. Okay, so let's add one vertical to the 6. Yeah, looks cool. Not looking cool, so let's add it 4. I think it's looking good. So let's give colors dot btn border. I think it's having another color. Let's see. Okay, it's having one color which is 2129b, 2129. So can you see over here 2129, 29 and 2b, bg tab. Okay, got it. So it's having the color of the tabs, bg tab, so like this. But if it is selected, then text should be white. So let's add that condition. So the text color is placeholder, so if it is selected, the condition is over here, which is selected. So let's add that prop is selected, pass it over here, simple like this, and accept it over here. It's also a type of boolean, and also add one undefined. So the warning is also gone. So now if it is selected, what I want that the colors should be colors dot white, and let it be like before. So I'm going to give it is selected as a true, so you can understand it properly. So yeah, it's looking fine, but the border margin right, I want it 6. Let's add it 6. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, so if it is a horizontal, so it should look like this. Okay, and also the margin right, if it is horizontal, I don't want it to be 22, let's make it 18. Yeah, now it's looking good. So let's make it like a before earlier. So let's make it is selected as false. Okay, and let's come back. So now if it is not selected, okay, if it is not selected, then I do not want this PG. So let's add is selected only, otherwise let's add colors dot background. Yeah, like this. And also padding horizontal, let's make it invisible, like this, or let's keep it like this. So let's remove this is horizontal. Yeah, so as you can see, let me visualize you what is exactly happening. If the color is red, so it's looking like this, the buttons are in the horizontal direction. Simple. So if I have removed this, so it is now not showing the background color. But if I just to uncomment this and pass the prop which is horizontal, so it will look like this. And as well as if I pass the prop which is selected, so it will look like this. But the is selected will not go to the everyone, so I'll make one state, okay, and this item will have one ID, and that state will contain one ID, and we will recognize it if user has selected which particular item. So let's remove this to 12. I think looking much more when the it is horizontal. And also one thing that is looking one odd to me, which is when it's selected, the height is also, the logo size is looking more, but let's keep it same for the simplicity. We'll do it later. So yeah, we can use this same brand's logo component to the search component, the search screen, right? So let's do it for this best car component. So yeah, let's go. So let's add these changes and import, remove the unnecessary imports. So let's make it another component and let's give the name. I think we have already made one component, this car component, right? So let's do some customization. So let's move on to the next part of the video, which is the car component. As you can see, the Washington DC has some space left from the left side. So if you can see in the Figma, this is currently aligned in the left direction. Okay, the properly aligned. So let's do that first, and after that let's add the 4 seats and 5 seats. How many seats are there in this car? And then also how much the car cost for the particular day. So we'll add this, as well as we'll add one icon for the marking it as a favorite. So let's do this first. So come over here and let's go to the car component and see what we can do. So if you can see that we have here this Ferrari, after that we have rendered margin bottom and this flex. So there is no issue in this as well, but if you can see that, let's see by adding one style over here so that you can visualize what I am talking about. So let's see, it's currently aligned. Okay, how can I show you, like, let's make it zoom. So as you can see that it's currently already aligned to this red part, but the issue is that this location, okay, this location is having the outer space. So let's make this to the 16. So yeah, you can see the icon has been size has been decreased, so it's still not aligned. So let's do one thing, let's add one style and let's try to give margin left which is 0, and let's add margin which is 0. So nothing happening. So let's add padding. So I think it's the default behavior of this icon, so we can't do anything for this. So let's make it 18. Okay, let's keep it 18 and let's make the simulator small. So let's make it 16. So yeah, it's looking fine. And to this flex, let me see what we can do. Yeah, let's keep it over here 2. No, let's make it 2. Yeah, it looks good now. So underneath of that, let's add one more view which will be having this sofa with the 4 seats and the dollar with the per day charge of that particular car. So let's do one thing. Let's make this view to the bottom side, and let's add one here icon. I think the sofa one. Sofa. If I type the sofa over here, then as you can see that they have used the sofa, a good one, but we have one sofa from material icons, which is sofa single outline. So let's add that material icon over here, and let's import it properly, and let's copy paste this particular name, put it over here. Yeah, sofa. And do not forget to give the color. I think the color of this sofa is similar to like this icon, but I see some difference, so let's see what that difference is. So let's make this, so it's also gray, it's also gray. I think it's the issue, or you can say the color difference from the, you know, the two icons. Like we are using evil icons, and this is material community icon. So let's do one thing, use the icon for the location from material icon itself. So always go with, you know, the icons which we are using of. So for this, let's use this location pin from material icons. So let's do one thing, material icon, and let's name it location hyphen pin. Okay, yeah, it's looking good as well. And okay, so instead of star, let's give it as gray, and let's make it 18. Yeah, looks good. Let's make it 16. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so for this, come over here on the Figma, and now you have to give it a 4 seat. Okay, let's see the color of this 4 seat. I hope it's the same as it is having before, the 7F7F7F. So it's the color of the placeholder. So let's do one thing. Instead of this Washington, what we need here is we need 4 SEAT as 4 seats. Okay, and you can see it's in the boldness. Okay, it has some boldness. So let's do one thing, styles dot text bold. Let's keep it like this, and go to the styles and paste it over here like this. Let's open up the brackets, give the comma. Let's add the typography. Let's add font family typography dot semi bold. Okay, so yeah, it's looking good now. Let's move on to the next part, which is this. It's having $1 with a rounded border, and this dollar 20 200 $200 per day. So let's make this into the bottom. So we'll wrap this into the flex direction row once we are done with this. So let's type here, if we can find one currency. So let's type CURCY. As you can see, it's not given the dollar, so let's type dollar. So let's see if we have the dollar, not from material icon, but they have given like this S with this stick from top and bottom. So we need that similar icon. So let's use this Fontisto. So let's use this, type it over here, import it from Fontisto. Okay, it's not even showing the types for it, so I generally don't use it from Fontisto. So yeah, let's remove this evil icon and let's see how it goes. Okay, so we have to give the name, which is dollar. So let's type it over here like this, DOLLAR, dollar. Yeah, looks good. But now we also have to wrap this into the pressable because it's having the border, so we do not have to forget to add the border. So let's add the border first. Styles dot dollar container. Okay, like this. And now add this container. Let's add the border width. Let's give the colors dot gray, and then also we need to add, okay, so it was the border color, so that's the reason it was giving the warning. So let's add the border width. Let's make it scale of 1, and let's give the height and width. Let's make it height as let's give it 14. Copy it and let's keep it width. So it's too much small, so let's do one thing, let's give it 18 and see how it goes. Yeah, looks good. Let's do add align item center, and let's add the border radius. So let's make it 100. Yeah, looks good. Reduce the border, this icon size. and also make the justify content, so it goes the align from top to bottom. So it's the vertical alignment and it's the horizontal alignment for the align items. So let's do one thing, that make the icon a bit of small so it looks good. I think it's looking fine. Let's see in the Figma what they have given. The icon is small, and then height and width of this particular roundness, it's 1515. So yeah, we have given height and width 1818, and then the logo. So let's make it into the horizontal direction. So let's put it into this view and paste it over here. Let's add the flex, styles.flex row. Yeah, it's looking good, but I see that the this dollar is looking a bit of big, so let's do 16, something like this. Yeah, perfectly fine. But there is one thing, which is this 200 slash day. So let's add that first. So let's add the dollar 200 slash particular day, and obviously the color of this particular thing is styles dot, I'm gonna add the DOLL, or let's make it the price so it looks the generic. So for the price, the only thing which is different, that is color. So let's add the color will be black. Yeah, like this. Now in this flex, let's add one thing, which is wrapper. So I'm gonna add the detail or price container, similar to like this. Let's add it over here. Why I'm doing this, I need to add the align center. So let's see. Yeah, it's looking, it didn't affect anything. So let's add one column gap, scale of 12. Okay, so I got what it's doing. Instead of here, we had to wrap this on the parent of this, which is this one. So my bad. So let's add over here. Yeah, it's looking good. Let's add align item, and then let me visualize you what's happening in the background. So yeah, this is what it's happening, you can see. So let's add one padding vertical. So if I do padding vertical scale, if I do scale of 4, yeah, it's looking a bit of good than before. Yeah, as you can see, if I just go back, and now it's showing like this. So can you find any kind of difference? So yeah, there is one difference, that is that the car is having one background which is having one color, okay, and the color is gray. Okay, so let's add that color. So as you can see, if we go inside this image, if we wrap this into one view, and if I just give the color to this particular view, like styles dot car background, like this. Okay, and I add one background color for your information. Let's give it green. Okay, so we also need to make sure that it's having the same border radius which is it's having for this particular container, which is this. So let's add that first, and now let's give the color, which is colors dot gray. Is it exactly the gray? Let's see. As you can see, it has filled F0, F0 and F0. So let's see if we have that color, F0, 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 not F5 but F0, 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 not having that color. So let's add it, car BG. Let's give it hashtag, and now add that color, car BG. So yeah, it's looking good. But now if you notice one thing, that it's not having the border radius from the top bottom and top right bottom. So let me add that first. So let me tell you, if you do not know, that this is called as border top right radius, border top left radius, border bottom left radius, border bottom right radius. So we are going to only give it for border top right radius will be 16, and also border top left radius will be 16, like this. Okay, now see, I hope you are able to see it. Yeah, like this. Okay, so yeah, it's looking fine, but if you can see that it's having a less gap, but we have given it a bit of more, and also it's sticking on this right side, this particular dollar. So let's do something for it. Open up this price container, and I don't want 12, let's make it 8. Yeah, it's kind of looking good, but if you can see, the dollar is still looking a big as compared to this location and this sofa, cause it has some tiny space. So can we do something for it? So let's make it 14. Let's make it 14. Yeah, it's kind of looking good. Let's reduce the the size of that dollar. So let's do it 8. Yeah, it's looking good. And also for that particular price, so let's make the price, I'm going to have like font size dot 12 13. It didn't affect anything, so let's add 12. Yeah, now it's looking good. As you can see, it was 13, so it also took the width, which is unnecessary. From left side is having some space, but from right side is not having anything. So let's this moment I did it the 12, it have left some space. So if I do 11, so yeah, it's looking perfectly fine. So 11 is kind of odd. We generally are incrementing in 2, like 2 4 6 8, but anyways, for some scenarios, some cases, we have to use 11. If I do 10, then it will be much more smaller, so it does not suits the UI. So also, if you can see, there is one thing I want to tell you, that it's having one margin top, as you can see, so we do not require it right now. So, and also the padding bottom, we do not need it. If I have this, so yeah, let's do one thing, let's give padding 10. Looks good. As you can see that these all things are having, like all these texts are having a bit border space, but in our component there is no space. The Ferrari is ticked. So for that, let's come over here, go to the component, go to this text. Okay, let's add this function which we have written for render margin bottom. Let's put 2, not exactly here but here. Instead of 2, let's make it 4. It looks good. And under this Washington DC, we need to add this. So yeah, not exactly 4, let's make it 2. So yeah, it's looking good now. So let's do one thing, add this heart icon. So let's come to the vector icons, type over here heart. See if we can get the heart icon from material icons. Yeah, I got one. The material component icons, cards, heart outline. So let's do one thing, for this whole component I'm going to put it into the pressable, because it's going to be absolute. So let's do one thing, import it, add missing attribute. So the name will be cards heart outline, like this. Now let's do one thing, let's give it a size scale of 32, not 32, but let's do 24 or 22. Yeah, perfectly fine. And also let's style this pressable. So styles dot heart or favorite container. Okay, fave container, because it's not heart, it's heart actually, but it's a bookmark kind of thing, like favorite. So I have kept it favorite name, favorite container. So let's add the border width will be 1. Let's add the border color will be colors dot gray. Let's add the background color, which is colors dot white. Let's add a line item center. Let's do one thing, which is justify content center. And also let's make it that position which is absolute, like this. Let's do z index, which is 199. And let's do one thing, which is border radius, let's add it 100. Yeah, looks good. Now let's add the padding, let's make it padding of 8, not exactly 8, let's make it 4. Let's do 6. Yeah, the size of the container is not looking in the round, so let's make it scale of 20. And do one thing, let's add width, it's too much less, so do it 30. So let's do it 30. That looks perfectly fine. Let's make it to the right of. right of the card. Yeah, same like this. If you can see, we need to have a space from right. Let's do it 12. Let's have top as a scale of 12. Not exactly this much, so I need 4. I need 4. Let's see. Yeah, uh, I hope it's looking good, but the heart size, which is favorite icon, let's make it small. Instead of 22, can we do it here 18? Yeah, looks good, perfectly fine. So now as you can see that we have developed this card component. Now after this we'll be developing this bottom navigation. So let's see. Let's build the next part, which is, let's add this first to the stage changes. Now let's do one thing, that this car section is done now. So let's do one thing. Here you can see we need now bottom navigation. As you can see, the bottom navigation is having 4 to around 5 icons. We have only 2, this one and this one. So let's do one thing. Let's add some screens. Close this component. Now let's type here search. Okay, let's add search dot screen dot tsx. Let's add another search dot styles dot ts. Let's type over rnfe and then give search screen like this. Okay, we are adding it into the styles flow. Let's add it into the tsx file. So the search is now done, the folder. Okay, so now let's add one which is message. Now let's add one style message dot screen dot tsx, another thing which is message dot styles dot ts. Let's add over here rnfe message screen. Okay, now let's give another screen name which is let me see, in the notification screen. Okay, so let's add one notification, and let's add another notification dot styles dot ts, another screen which is styles, notification dot screen dot tsx, rnfe notification dot screen. Let's see, notification, like this. Okay, now let's see the profile. Okay, so let's add that, or let's name it account. Okay, account, and then account dot screen dot tsx, and another account dot styles dot ts. Let's make it rnfe, and let's make it account screen s capital. Make sure that s is capital, and let's come to the account screen, the app navigator. Remove the unnecessary imports, and let's make it 3 times. Okay, so let's add over here account screen like this. Now here we need the I think there is notification screen, and let's add over here which is message like this. And now do one thing, let's copy and then paste it over here for the name, and as well as let's add it into the route. So add it like this. Now the another thing which is notification screen, copy. Now let's paste it over here like this, message, and add it over here. And the onboarding screen, we do not need this, so let's add the search screen. Let's give the name over here, search screen, and let's add it over here. Now let's come to the app navigator and go to the part of the conditions where we have put. So if the route is a home screen, then this. If the route is search, search s capital, if the route is this, then show this search icon. Now for this, so let's go to the React Native vector icons, so it will be the first link. So let's copy this. Now type here, let's type message. So if you can see in this file, the message is looking like that. So can you find it? Let's type here envelope like this. So see, we want the outline message, right? The outline one. So can you see it? The font awesome is having one, and if you can see, I can't find the rounded border radius, so let's use this one, which is the font awesome one. Okay, so we are using here material icons, so we have to make sure that we are only using of material icon. So let's do one thing, type over here material icons. So let's write it over here message, and instead of that we can also choose to go with another one. So let's do one thing, let's use this one, message text outline. Okay, so if the route is something, which is message, if the route is this, I want this icon to be shown, I want this icon to be shown. Material icons, message text outline. Okay, outline, as you can see, okay, it was of the material community icons, so we can only use the message one. So let's do that and see how it looks. Yeah, it's looking good. Or else on the later part we will replace it with another one. So let's add the notification first. Notification. Let's see if material icon has one. So it have the notification news. So let's add the condition, if our route is having this notification. So I want to show this icon and I want to show this icon. Yeah, looks good. For the account screen, I know the icon name is person. So let's see and what material icon have. So the account have the border. Okay, so let's add this person outline. So let's add the condition, if, okay, if the route is, the account like this, I want to show this icon. Yeah, looks good, right? So yeah, it's looking good. If I come to this screen, you can see the account screen is over here. If I type like press on this notification screen, the notification screen looking. If I type on the search, as you can see, it's having the material icons, the background effect. Okay, so yeah, it's looking good. So let's commit this code to our good repository. Let's close this, updated the code, for home screen. So yeah, I hope you all people learned from this video. Okay, so let me do one thing, let's come to the screen, which is home screen. When we come to the home screen, I do not want to pass this. So yeah, it's looking original home screen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and any kind of problem that you are facing right now, then you can comment down in this particular video. And if you have any business inquiry or any project related inquiry, you can mail me. I have given my mail ID in the description box. So yeah, and all the people, I want to tell you that stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and please, if you can, do work hard. Yeah, that's it.